precious souls. Welcome to our happy space. I've done a lot of like introspection today, and I love to watch Richard's readings. He's so inspirational. He's just like a really awesome. So if you've never checked out his content, Richard's readings, really good. Okay, but I was just introspecting on some of the things he said, which I always delight in. Definitely very expansive thinking. Um, and I was thinking along the lines of his August 8th, of course, Lionsgate portal today, how we can't avoid our shadows, right? This is what's helped me to be such an incredible alchemist and really mastered it, is because when there's a darker feeling or something shadowy that's kind of taking over whatever I'm trying to do, if it's popping its head up, shadows need to be heard and seen, okay? These aspects, we cannot keep pushing them down and then, going light and love, everything's lovely, because they still exist and they need to be seen and heard. And I find it so interesting because, wow, there's so many things. What we ingest or what we bring into our body, right, is so important. Not just food. I'm talking about the people we hang around with, the people that we allow to pull our attention is pulled to, and all of these things. They do bring up and trigger some shadows. And one of mine over the last couple days, for sure. And I'm very open and honest, and I think that's why so many of you have come to understand that it's one of the best ways to be is just like very open, honest, and authentic. And that is one of my superpowers, and I think it's one of yours too. If you're finding this, I'm gonna try to not fall off this like I did that one time. So the last few days, I've really started to notice that I do a lot of free content to the dismay of some people who think maybe that's not wise, right? Because this is actually, I've given it all up for this. I make no money on anything I do or provide as far as content, nothing. The only thing that I would be making money on is any of my services, like readings, hypnosis, etc., right? Which lately has been absolutely dormant. I don't even get, there are people who enjoy a lot of my lives. I think I got one like the other night, even though I knew there were a bunch of people watching. So this is a shadow of mine, and I want to show you something, like to be vulnerable for a moment and show you something that I brought to light. So this is gonna maybe help somebody out there. Is that I've spent my entire life, always helping to others to manifest their dreams, to manifest their success, and I've always done without. Okay, always done without. I've been sitting there while I allow people and I build them up above me and set them free, and I'm still sitting there. Okay, and I asked my shadow, what is going on here? Why do you continue to think that that's okay for you? And I split the deck. And this is interesting. So, past life, this is a cycle. This is a cycle that I get to break. And it excites me to know that there's a reason and there's something that's in my power to change, right? And here it is, the participation was at the other side, right? This makes total sense to me. Yes, I get excited because I'm now aware that I've carried this my entire life through some belief system that I get to change. I get to change the way I view things. I love helping others so much, but I forgot to help me. I forgot to help Kath, right? The one who's facilitating this for everybody else. So now, today, I will spend some of my day asking myself, what is it about me that I believe it's okay and safe to help everybody else, but it's not okay for me to succeed? And I honestly feel like by the end of this day or by tomorrow, I honestly feel like everything is going to change because I'm acknowledging the shadow that's been screaming for my entire life. What about you? Don't you feel like you can have success also? You give all this manifesting power, you take all of the difficulties and you transform them and alchemize them, and constantly create. But even my paintings, right, they sell for peanuts. And I've had a lot of people trauma dump on me saying, you know, oh, this is going wrong. Is there not a God and all this? And I think, wow, you know, like, if anybody might question things like that, it might be someone like me. But I'm thinking, why would I? Because I know my belief in my faith is strong. So all of this was to ignite this shadow that needs to be seen and heard. It's like a puppy dog. I just got this image. I'm going to go with it. It's like a puppy dog that you give them a really cool toy and they bite it to pieces, and then they've got little plastic bits that they swallow that you're not aware of. And that's not going to go anywhere but out. It's going to stay there until it passes. And this is kind of like shadow work, right? It's going to sit there because you ingested it. You brought it into your life. You have this thing inside you that's taking up space. And until you pass it, which can be very uncomfortable, right? It's going to be there. So you can look at the shadows as they need to be seen and heard. It's that piece of a squeaky toy that needs to pass, and it might be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to do it because we don't want to live with the discomfort of always having it inside us, eating at us, causing problems with our flow, right? So for me, I still haven't completely analyzed exactly why I believe that I have to be put last. I'm sure it's all the way through my life, right back to my inner child who says, why did you always put everybody else first? Well, let's change it. What's important is that we're acknowledging a shadow, something that doesn't feel good, and we can now take it and mold it into something that works. Now we can alchemize the shadow. We could say, we acknowledge this, we hear you, and it's no longer fitting with this newer version of myself, so let's find a solution. But now we've opened the gates, right? We've started to pass this uncomfortable piece of a squeaky toy that doesn't belong. And we're going to do something. And now we're opening our hearts to, I see it, I acknowledge it, I know my worth, and now we're going to make some changes. I'll figure out the changes. I'm not sure what it is. Meanwhile, maybe just expressing this video. Don't forget to like and share. I know I bring a lot of free content to everybody, and I give a lot of support to a lot of people. So thank you for supporting me. And I'm going to work with the shadow today on this beautiful Lion's Gate. I hope you stop fearing looking at those shadows, the things that might make you sad or feeling left out or whatever it is that you know you deserve better. Let's take a look at them first. Let's not avoid them, and then watch the magic happen. I really feel this deep down inside, or I wouldn't be sharing this with you. I'm sending you guys so much love and light. I think you're about to break through some cycle, and I think I am too. And I think we're doing it literally by sharing and participating and not being afraid to acknowledge, even publicly, what it is that our fears are or what it is that our shadows are, because we're in this together. None of us are getting out of this unscathed, right? Sooner we pass that squeaky toy, the sooner we can go on and play feeling much better. Take care and keep shining, guys.